All right, guys, we are back with round three Edison format at Epic Cards and Games in Hearst, Texas. We got Aaron Patino on the left playing Bayou Turbo versus Yobani on the right playing GBs. Looks like Yobani goes first. Summons Sam Nice sets two. So neither of these two have won an Edison on the channel yet. But they've I think Yobani's made top cut a few times. He doesn't show up that much. It's only like I can't remember how many times I featured him on the channel, but Patino's more of a regular in hat. He does occasionally play Edison, but now he's kind of playing modern as well, so it's yeah, he doesn't show up for Edison as much as he used to. All right, so let's see. Patino sets 3 and activates Trap Dust Shoot. So he has Heavy, Darius, Test Tiger, and I wonder what card he drew here. Yeah, I wonder what card he drew. Did he draw the Heavy? Did he draw the Test Tiger? I don't think he... Yeah, that's a weird situation. A lot of times if you have Heavy and you're playing like a deck like GBs, you're better off like just setting Heavy Storm by itself. That's what I do sometimes. Like if I have a bunch of back rows, I'll set Heavy and then it just depends. If I'm playing like Blackwing, if I think of my opponent's playing Blackwing, sometimes I'll just set, if I have like Heavy and a bunch of back row, I'll set like Bottomless by itself. But anyways, here the Sam Knight gets deprisoned and the Darius gets Bottomless. So now Patino has Necro Gardener, Gores, and a back row. Alright, so now... Ooh, double Bottomless. Oh, that's unfortunate. Now your Bestiari's gone for the rest of the game. Okay. So it's looking kind of I mean, Patino drew a bunch of trap cards. Now he just top decked the Greffer. Didn't even shuffle his hand. You know, on Dueling Book, people always do that. Like when they top deck it, they're kind of like, I don't want my opponent to think I top decked it. Let me shuffle my hand. Alright, so he sends Plague with the Greffer, and here comes Prison from Yobani. So we know Yobani's got Heavy and Respite. Who's the guy on the comments? If you're watching, you always say boo Yobani. You boo all the GB players, so we're gonna boo Yobani for playing GBs. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, because I was talking to Ryanite about which deck is the most hated between Frogs and GBs. I don't hate... I would say I actually hate Frogs more than GBs. I don't mind... The only time I hate GBs is if I'm playing, like, Frogs. That's the only time I really hate GBs. But when I'm playing Blackwings or Hero Beat or even Bayou, the GB matchup isn't too bad. I wouldn't... It's probably like a 50-50 matchup, but I think Bayou's still... No, I would say Bayou's slightly favored just because I think it's just a more consistent deck than GBs. But it's close. It's not a... It depends how many hamsters you run. If you run a lot of hamsters, then yeah, the GB matchup might be... But even then, I would say it's like 50-50. All right, let's see. So we're 8,000 to 9,000. This has been a slow-paced game. It's just... So there's the hamster from Patino. We need to get that hamster off the field because it's pretty bad in this matchup. Alright, so he pokes with the hamster, but you... Tributes for Sirocco. Yeah, he wants to get the hamster off the field so that way Patino can't, like... Sorry, not Patino. Yobani can't tag off the hamster. Yeah, every time I play against GBs, I always side out the hamsters. Just a free tag out for them. But he has Necro Gardener. Yeah, Necro Gardener, Plague. Let's see. 2, 4, 6 cards in Patino's hand. Also, this tournament was how many? This tournament. Oh, this was a pretty large tournament. I forgot. We had like 22 players, so it was 4 rounds of Swiss. Cut the top 8. It was 7 rounds total. Normally, at least the past few tournaments have only been like 6 rounds. But once we cross, if we get at least 17 players, it moves up to 7 rounds total. Sometimes it's 4 rounds top 8 or 5 rounds top 4, depending on how many undefeateds there are. And this tournament, it was 4 rounds cut the top 8. So both these guys are X1. So winner here, what I say is guaranteed. I don't know. No one's guaranteed. But loser is almost eliminated. All right, so he respites, draws 3. Now we know he still has the Heavy Storm, so he's gonna deck Dev. Okay, the main deck Dev, which is actually not that bad against GBs. How many cards can you hit if they're playing Tiger Glads? So he hits a Test Tiger, so he has double Quest, Book, Heavy. But let's think about it here. How many in the standard Test Tiger? You hit their 3 Test Tigers. Their Rescue Cat is 4. Bestiari is 5. Murmillo is 6. Sekitor is 7. Rediari is 8 if they play 1. Is there anyone else I'm missing? Hoplomys is 9. So I think you hit 9 monsters in their deck. So here he Necrogarnas the Equest. Yeah, but Yobani's up a bunch of cards now, and yeah, I don't. This is not looking good for Patino. He's got Burial, I believe, in his hand. Burial, Gores, a set monster in a back row. So, and we know his face down monster is Raikou, so he summons the other quests. No Torrential. Does he have Mirror Force? It is Mirror Force. Starlight Road. There it is. Yeah, that just might be game right there. But he still has Gores. But I'm almost certain that Yobani has a War Chariot. Oh, did he set Starlight Road turn 1? So he shows him bottom. I don't know why he show him. Oh, because of deck dev. Yeah, his hand's bottomless heavy. So now you can, yeah, you continue the attack with a quest. Now you can either Chariot here or negate with Stardust. Let's see what Yobani decides to do. Now, for those of you guys who may not know, Stardust will not return. We've had this, like, some people don't know this one. So he chooses to pop. And Yobani lets it go. So that maybe, does he not have Chariot? He mills Heavy, Vayu, and Dark Armed. And attacks him with a quest. Now, is he going to drop the Gores? I think he has Gores in his hand. If he drops a Gores, then, okay. So it looks like he chose not to attack with Gores. Sorry, not with Gores, with Stardust. Because if Patino drops the Gores on the quest, he's just going to attack the token and tag out for Murmillo. And pop the Gores. This is why I don't like Gores against GBs. Because they just tag out and pop either the token or the Gores. Or they War Chariot it. Or they just pop it with Geyseras. It's just not a... It's not a card I like against them. I always side it out. Alright, here comes Burial. Yeah, I remember whenever I was like on 3 or 2 hamsters and Gores in my Vayu Turbo deck, I struggled against GBs. Now, when I was playing like a, only like 1 hamster, no Gores, the matchup was a little bit, I wouldn't say easier, but it was more even. All right, so also main deck oppression helps, obviously. Yeah, I remember those times when I would play against Javi in the tournaments, and when I drew oppression, it was just game. And I told him, I was like, are you not... I remember I told Javi, I was like, you need to main deck something to stop oppression. Because I was beating him just with oppression by itself. I was just beating him with, like... Yeah. Alright, so here he summons Laquari. Attacks with Rediari. I love little sponge. I don't know where he got him from, man. He might have the best extra deck sleeves. Okay, so he Chariots the Gores. Yeah, and Patino concedes. Yobani might have the best extra deck sleeves I've seen, man. I think Daniel has the best mat. I should have included this in the awards. Best sleeves and best mat. But the best mat was Daniel's. He had a blood in, blood out mat. He had the best mat last year. As far as extra deck sleeves, I would say it goes to Yobani. Alright, so Game 2, Yobani takes game 1, so Patino sets 3, sets a monster. Heavy. He has to have Solemn. Alright, so Yobani normal summons Murmillo. Attacks into the Raikou. Raikou's gonna pop Murmillo. Mills Sirocco, Charge, and Trap Dust Shoot. Oof. See, some people never side out Dust Shoot. I side that card out all the time. I get it, you're going first, but honestly, there's a lot of times I don't even main deck Dust Shoot. I know it's a really good card, but I don't know. I don't like a mid to late game. But I know the argument people make is that it's so powerful when you draw it in your opening hand, which is true. But yeah, I just don't like it mid to late game. That's why sometimes I don't main deck it, depending on what deck I'm playing. Okay, so we're at 69. Oh, he hasn't reset the life points. So he prisons the Rediari and... Come on, I'm rooting for Yobani again. Because we don't have, I don't know what happened to the GB players. Javi stopped showing up. And the other GB players switched to other decks. Yobani summons the Hippo. Or Hoplomys. Attacks the Vayu. Oh no. Don't set Vayu, man. No. Patino, you're playing too much Modern, man. Alright, so here he comes Rediari, so he's gonna... Oh, I get it. He was trying to get... Oh, okay. He was trying to... I see what he was trying to do. He was trying to, maybe tribute his Vayu for Caius. Maybe he had like a bottomless or something, and since he summoned the Hippo, and then his plan was to, I'm almost certain he probably had a bottomless. Alright, so he summons Laquari. Right? Does he have a bottomless? Maybe not. Maybe he's gonna hold it for the Bestiari. Patino... Oh, no, he does. Okay. Dust, Chain Dust. Oh, he had Road. Okay, so he had Road. He had Road and Dust with a set Vayu. So I think his game plan was to... Okay, he was trying to snipe the War Chariot. So he hit the Laquari. That way he can't Rediari him again. So now he hits Patino for 12. So we're at 68 to 8k. I mean, his hand was pretty bad. I see what he was doing, though. He was trying to set the Vayu, hoping that Yobani didn't have a GB monster, and then hopefully sack the Vayu for Caius, and you have an Armed Wing play, but I don't know, man. God, oh yeah, Patino's hand is bad. He's getting cooked this game. Yeah, he's getting cooked. So here comes a quest. A quest effect, set 1, and pass to back to Patino. I mean, Patino's... I think he might have double Caius in his hand. Heavy! Starlight Road again? Oh yeah, that's... And is Patino gonna pack up his cards? It looked like he was going to. So he has Caius, and another, I think if he has double Caius, this might just be GG. And Yobani with the onslaught of GBs. Attack with Murmillo. It is a Necrogardener. And then the quest is going to run over... Stardust hits Necro. Now, he might have to block this. He chose not to block this. He probably should have. Yeah, see, I think... Yobani should have hit with the quest, hit the Necro, and then hit with Stardust. But I think he's playing around Gores. But, nah, yeah, I think Yobani messed up with the attack. Because right here, he could have Necroed the quest. So he should have Necroed the quest. And, but Yobani should have hit with the quest anyway. Now he's going to contact Fuse for what, Herculinos? Herculino Stardust. Sets one, passes, and we know Patino's got Caius in his hand. Caius, and what's the other card? Yeah, I see Caius. So Stardust attacks into Sirocco. Herc hits for 3K. He special summons Dark Armed. I mean, he has Stardust, so he's probably going to ask him for priority. So no priority, bottomless, and unless did he call priority, and that is game. So Yabani with the his hand was caught. Yeah, Patino drew pretty bad. That was rough. So congrats to Yabani. We'll see if he can make top 8 with GBs. Hope you guys enjoyed that match. And check out the link in the description. I have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epic Cards and Games. The code is my first and last name, Oscar Zelaya, one word, all caps. Yep, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.